Stick, Rick and Ronni Hunter from 99.7 The Blitz, day 3 of Sonic Temple, and we are so pleased to be joined by Jason and Keith from Breaking Benjamin. How's it going, guys?
It's going great. Thanks for having us.
You got like the hottest day so far.
We did, yeah. We got to hang out in town yesterday.
Lucky us.
Yeah.
What is that like? What is that like? I mean, do you just...
It's always hit or miss with these outdoor shows, obviously festivals, but then summer tours and sheds and amphitheaters, things like that. You're at the mercy of the weather. Sometimes it's great, you know, but sometimes not.
But
so
I mean,
great.
what is it like playing in that kind of heat?
It's awful.
We're kind of used to it.
It's awful.
At this point. After doing shed tours like every summer, we're kind of, as long as the sun's like not right on you, that really makes it bad. But
I will say this is not bad. We have played outdoor shows in South Texas and in Phoenix where it's 122 degrees. So this isn't bad.
I've been to one of those. Monsters of Rock, Akron Rubber Bowl. It was Van Halen with Hagar, Scorpions, Metallica, Dokken, and Kingdom Come. It was 102 degrees outside. It was 115 on the field.
Oh, my gosh.
It was insane. It was the hottest concert I've ever seen.
Yep.
The best lineup.
I was going to say, that's a lineup right there.
That was crazy, man. That was like 88, I want to say.
Yeah.
So you guys sat down, and I got a notification from the Sonic. Shit, hold on. Oh my God, I don't know my code. Anyway, hold on. What?
I love it.
Fuck, how do I go back? Let me start over. Read my. Okay, there we go. So I got this Sonic Temple thing, and it says, "Attention, Breaking Benjamin and Starset performances will feature pyrotechnics and loud booms. This is for special effects."
Yes.
Breaking Benjamin's going to have some pyrotechnics and some fucking loud booms. I'm pretty excited about it.
Nice. So back to your heat comment.
Yeah.
Oh,
my
sorry.
God. And you're going to have that on top of it.
That's more of an issue than the weather outdoors because once that the pyro goes off and then it comes back down, it feels like it's 30 degrees.
Okay, well, so last night, Falling in Reverse was playing here.
Yep.
And they had some pyro going on. And it was like it goes up, but then it kind of rains down a little bit.
Huh.
And the drummer got burnt, a guitar player got burnt. Ronni had to stop the show like 3 times.
Wow.
And I know that the drummer had to go to the hospital afterwards. They did put out a video this morning, and everything was okay. But, I mean, how does that happen? I mean...
Scary.
Well, a lot of it was the wind. We had talked to, actually, the guy who was shooting the pyro. Saw him this morning, and he said there was 13-mile-an-hour winds at the point on deck. And unfortunately, a lot of their stuff is automated, and it's time code and things like that.
Right.
So it was much more complex than just being let's just kill it,
Right.
because it was ready to go. So they moved the pots 3 or 4 times where they were shooting from during the set to try to adjust. But with the wind, it was difficult. I mean, it can be scary for sure.
Yeah. I mean, Michael Jackson,
Oh, yeah.
James Hetfield.
Yeah.
I mean,
I always think about Hetfield.
Right.
Seriously, I saw a video of Brent Smith from Shinedown, and he was indoors right on one of those pods, and it shot right up his face, and he jumped back and had to go get kind of looked at. He was all right, but and I saw Ronnie Radke last night posted. He goes, "I just watched my drummer melt."
Yeah.
I was like,
I got up pretty close, and when those flames would go up, I mean, we could feel it huge up front, down on the floor. So I can't imagine what it was like being on stage with that.
Yeah, it's a pretty big difference.
I mean, even on Rockville, that thing would go off behind us and it'd go back down, and I'm like, I think I smell my clothes a little bit.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, you're back and like your guitar
burnt
strap,
hair
everything's
smell,
hot to the
man.
touch.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my God! So you guys have both kind of been busy with other things. I mean, like with you, you were in Red, you produced, Love and Death and all that, and you helped with music on Dear Agony, and then you ended up just joining in.
Absolutely. Yeah, we both kind of did. Our story is kind of aligned. We had both kind of come off the road for a little bit. So did Ben, obviously.
Right.
We had all known each other from different things. Red had done a lot of touring with Ben, obviously, with the original lineup at Breaking Benjamin. And but we had always written together. So we had done a lot of other stuff. I was working on some other projects. We brought him into. Worked with him on the Love and Death record you're talking about. We did some stuff around the timeline where Korn was working on a new record when Head went back over there. And then we ended up keeping in touch. And when it kind of came time to maybe we fire this thing back up. I was like, hey, you know this guy Keith? And he's like, yeah, I do know Keith. I'm like, oh, perfect. And then he said kind of the same thing about me. So it worked out well. I mean, it's a pretty organic coming together. So
2 Tennessee boys.
that's right.
Yeah, that's nice.
So Starset goes on right before you guys.
Yep.
I'm really kind of hoping this was planned, so we might hear this one song that,
Waited for the sky to
Yeah, please tell me that's going to happen.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
think that's happening.
Yeah.
We cannot confirm nor deny.
I'm looking down on schedule.
They're playing
They
right
have
now.
to
I'm
do
watching it on the
this.
TV.
You cannot put them
yeah,
on
they are.
back to back, and they can't. And
Yeah,
they
I
not
know.
do
Well,
that
and because
song.
it's never happened. We haven't been able to link up.
Is that right? We would be the first to see it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love this festival.
Me too. Well, see, it's so weird because we never used to have Rockville, but now when Rockville falls before Sonic, we get a lot of the, pre-show from what happens there, like with Disturbed and Wilson, or who's going to sing. Last night with Disturbed, or night before last, it was Ash from New Year's Day, and we were like, Amy Lee. I mean, so we get to see, and Falling in Reverse was like, oh my gosh, will Tech 9 be up there? Will
Alex the
Horrible
Terrible.
be there?
Like a
Terrible,
sneak preview.
Yeah, and so now we're the whole time being Columbus people, we're like Starset and Breaking Benjamin are playing back to back. And I understand Starset's going to make some kind of announcement on stage, but I don't know anything besides that.
I don't know anything about that
I guess
one.
we'll
I don't
have to ask the guys because they're coming up in a little bit.
Yeah.
And Keith, you've been really busy too. You've been doing double duty with Breaking Benjamin in your solo career. How's that going?
Well, it's cool to be able to have the solo stuff and be able to play with my side project Breaking Benjamin. So no, it's been amazing. It's been awesome. It's a lot of work. But man, I live for this. I love it. I'm just happy to be out here playing music and in any capacity, whether it's getting in a van, playing a small place, or playing places like this with Breaking Ben. And the guys have been so supportive and just awesome about it. And more of that to come. So
You could open for yourself.
Exactly.
That would be
my
so
gosh.
cool.
Exactly.
So
yeah,
wait.
Ben says that too. He's like, "So, are you going to thank the opening band tonight, Keith?" And I'm like, "Yeah, they rocked."
Well, who would be opening?
Breaking Ben is obviously opening for you.
Yeah,
right,
exactly.
right.
You're sure.
He's like, yeah, they want to do this fun little thing. I'll play with them, but I got this.
I do
Yeah.
have to ask a question. You don't have to answer this because I
All
don't
right.
know if you know the answer. You might, though. Okay, so I have always noticed, and many women have noticed, how tall Ben is.
Yeah.
And his feet are ginormous.
Yeah.
I interviewed
Where's
him
this going?
years ago.
I was wondering the same thing.
Oh,
I know this
you
girl.
know me.
I know this
okay,
girl.
so I did an interview with him once, and we were sitting around a table. It was all of us, I think. It was at Louder Than Life, and I'm sitting there, and his feet were like, I didn't have anywhere to put mine. I was like, Jesus. And then after the interview, I was like, oh my God, his feet are huge. I wonder.
He has big hands.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
That's all I
big
needed to
He
hear.
wears big shoes.
Okay, let's talk about new Breaking Benjamin music. Let's get off the big feet and Ben and
What
all
a
that.
segue.
I had nothing to do with this.
Big feet, big new Ben. So I've heard there's music
Yep.
going on, ready
Absolutely.
to go. How's the process? What do we got going on?
We've got
Give us
about
a
4
timeline.
done. And we're kind of taking a summer break right now up until we go out with Stained in September. And so between now and then, we're really looking at wrapping the stuff up and having some new music out for that tour. As far as album release, a little out of our hands. Because it's later in the year, it might be pushed back till next year,
Right.
just because December everything shuts down, and you want to get the momentum that you can. So hopefully we'll have a tour wrapped around that as well with the release. But yeah, new music this year for sure.
Awesome.
Oh, that's awesome. Very good. Very
Yep,
good.
it's coming.
I'm excited.
So most musicians have somebody who inspired them, multiple people who inspired them. But I'm curious, if you could actually share the stage with any music artist in history, dead or alive, who do you think that might be? You can think about it a minute.
You
I
ready?
have one.
Yeah.
I mean, Metallica. Of
Okay.
course.
All right. All right.
I mean,
That'd be pretty cool.
that's my James Hetfield. He's like my number 1 hero.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. It'd be so sick.
All right.
Yeah.
And then you get to watch them play afterwards. You're
Absolutely,
just like,
we were fortunate enough to play with them at a festival, but
Yep.
that was amazing.
I was geeking out.
Oh
I was
yeah,
like freaking out.
Oh, so
holding
you
their
did
putting their
live that
guitars
dream.
on during the day and stuff.
Just for
Yeah.
one show. It'd be
Yeah.
cool to do a
A
whole
whole
tour.
tour.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, I can imagine. yeah.
I'll go with 9 Inch Nails.
Okay.
That would
all
be
right.
sick
Just
too.
we haven't had we've never crossed paths. So that'd be something fun.
Yeah, Trent Reznor. Oh my God. I mean, now I'm thinking about Ben's feet again because I have closer going through.
Yeah, see, and this is where I
there
come
it
back.
is.
to-
All right, you need a
when
fan?
you hear
I'll
women,
just sit here and melt, just like the drummer from Falling in Reverse.
see, you hear women say size doesn't matter. That's a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
They know it matters.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah. That's so
All
funny.
right. So quick off the cuff questions. I am a big fan of knowing what your dessert favorites are because it's a thing. We just talked with Mike Mishock, and he likes anything chocolate caramel.
He wanted and molten
nice.
cake.
And molten cake
Yeah.
was the first
That's
thing
mine.
he said.
Molten cake is by
So molten
hands down
cake.
my
That's
favorite.
pretty good. I'm a big Oreo fan, so like cookies and cream,
Yeah.
ice cream.
Yes.
Ooh, and there's some Oreo things in the freezer section now. They've got some new inventions. Oreo, you've been stepping your game up.
Okay, I don't know if you've ever had it. I don't know if it's a UDF brand, but it's called Homemade Brand. I know they sell it at like Kroger. Homemade Brand cookies and cream. Big chunks of real Oreos is the best cookies and cream. Because I am a cookies and cream ice cream
with you, man.
freak, man. And that I've tried so many. If you can ever come across it,
I'll look
Homemade
into that.
Brand.
I'm gonna do some research.
Absolutely the best. It's the best cookies.
Sounds
and cream.
amazing. All right.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Okay, so 5:35, Breaking Benjamin, Temple Stage. It's just an hour and 15 minutes away, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you catch them. Keith, Jason, thank you for
so
your
much.
time. Breaking
Appreciate you.
Benjamin, so
Thank
cool.
you for having us.
Thanks a
Love
lot.
it.
Sonic Temple Day 3, Breaking Benjamin with the Blitz.